Oh, gotta get my rifle. Let's go. Yeah, this is my ride. I like it a lot. I need you to do something. Subscribe, turn on notifications, like, comment, and share. And you too can see more video of me in this G-Ride of a minivan. Okay, so in this scenario, I'm either business casual, so I got a sport coat, collared shirt, nice collared shirt, and my blue jeans. Could be slacks, khakis. I'm wearing blue jeans because I'm out in the desert and I don't want to ruin my khakis or my suit coat or my suit. Otherwise, I could be wearing this when I go to church. It'd be a suit, white shirt, and a tie. So I don't have a tie on, so that's the only big difference. And this is not a white shirt. I'll be wearing a suit coat. This is a sport coat. From Triple Out Design. I really like it. It's a good durable sport coat. Looks nice, easy to clean. But how I typically dress if I'm wearing a suit or business casual and I'm allowed to carry where I go is I go outside the waistband because I'm wearing a coat, so the coat conceals. This is my Raven Concealment Perun with the quick detach snaps. Glock 19, Copia magazine with, this is a Glock 17. Typically I have the 21 rounders. Sometimes I carry a Copia rifle mag with a rifle mag. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Kind of depends. I fluctuate on if I want to or not. Depends on the threat I may consider that I may need to get my rifle and fight with it. But as you can see, I'm now concealed with my suit. I have my tie on and it's concealable. And anybody that knows what they're looking for knows when you're carrying, even if you're carrying really deep. I've always been able to tell when someone's carrying. So basic. Hey, well, not a good training set. Well, I mean, when I say not a good training session, I didn't get a lot of rounds and repetitions in. I did get a lot of malfunction drills in, unintentional malfunction drills, real malfunction drills. I don't know what it is. I've stated before I've never had issues with my Glock P-Mags until now, which is funny because I've started saying that publicly, and now is when I start having issues with them. And I think it has more to do with they're my training mags, and so they just kind of sit around and get tons of gunk in them. I don't clean them all that regularly, so I need to go through and clean them. And I think the ammunition's also old. It's been sitting in an ammo can. That's the ammunition I grabbed. So, so it's got a lot of grime and stuff to it. I think that's what was causing it. Was because the malfunction was the rounds wouldn't push up. So I think it was because they were not, they weren't freely moving for my Glock mags. Huh. Target. Need to remember to check my equipment more. I like to pride myself. I check it pretty often, but then I guess I don't check other parts too often. So I get hyper-focused on one section and I forget the other section. So, you know, I wasn't able to change. I was hoping to shoot some drills in different, in my, you know, this collared shirt and my normal t-shirt and collared shirt, untucked from appendix, but I didn't get that in just because the pistol, it was just pissing me off a lot. Got to the point I was cussing at the pistol. Yeah, I wasn't cussing at the pistol because the pistol was running. It's just the magazines weren't working, which is typically what I have found with most guns is your faulty part is the magazine. And then maybe an extractor and your ejectors. Those are typically what I've found will give you the most problem. Is first your magazine and ammunition related, and then ejectors and extractors. So uneventful day, but also eventful because you know you've got to train through your malfunctions because malfunctions can happen in a real gunfight. You don't want them to happen, and you hope to pray they never will, but Murphy can screw up your whole life. The unfortunate part is I spent longer out here than I wanted to. I wanted to spend a couple hours out here. Instead, I think I spent a total of like 4 hours. Well, I got stuff to get done at home. I got to finish my bathroom, one of my bathrooms that we're remodeling, which I have posted a video about. And it's pretty much done. I just got to finish it so we can have it fully up and running. I mean, right now you can use the toilet. My wife and I saw Homeland. It's a new Angel Studios movie, and it's a series too. So it's kind of like the pilot episode they released into theaters, which is kind of cool when you think about it. They released the pilot, and you know, it's got some cheesy parts to it, like the young romance thing. It's kind of like, oh, this seems like it's kind of getting forced, but there are other aspects that were really neat about the film, like the family that decides to try and save themselves with their Tesla, and they run out of battery charge, which is kind of funny when you think about it, because the last thing I'd want to do is get away from a terrorist event in a Tesla, because you get far enough away from metro areas, there are no charging stations, and even at that, it takes forever to charge them. So it just illustrated why you don't want to... Teslas are cool if you want to have them for commuting around town. Don't take trips in them. Stick with gasoline or diesel powered for that. And then one part, towards the end, it really illustrated... Now, I'm not a military expert. I didn't serve in the military. But I always thought kind of static positions, static locations without overwhelming resources are kind of really hard to defend long term. Maybe short term you can, but long term, you know, unless you got an Air Force backing you and artillery, really hard to support something without overwhelming firepower. So they kind of had to bring in the people that were gathering around outside their compound to kind of work together. And it kind of illustrates my ideology on it. Is, yeah, it's cool to have your bug out location and everything, but it's not a long-term solution. You'll outlive a good portion of people, and unless you're really secluded and you have a lot of resources, one, you'll run out of resources, and enough people will overwhelm your defenses. Unless you've got a lot of money to afford artillery or air support, and air support would be extremely expensive because of all the supply and logistics involved and the parts that you would have to keep on hand for your air support. Artillery you could do, but because of the unconstitutionality of the NFA and the gay people at the ATF, good luck trying to get yourself a howitzer and artillery pieces and mortar tubes to protect your compound. I've always kind of thought, especially if you're not in a city, if you're in a more suburban or farm area, because, you know, I'm in kind of, we do have, like, the location I'm at, you know, we have a decent-sized metropolitan area, probably around 300,000 people, but we're surrounded by farmland, and I've always thought this was kind of a nice area, because we have a big enough area that, you know, we kind of have some metropolitanness to it, but we have farmers, and farmers are absolutely necessary to have for long-term survival. We also have a nuclear reactor too for power, and dams, lots of dams. But you know, that community is a much better, and when I say community, not just the community that's living on your compound, I mean extended past the compound, the farmers in the surrounding area, the people who have a wide degree of skill set. That's what you want, or is that skill set and people you can rely on, and more people the better. Now, you do have to still maintain your security and have kind of QRF, but everybody needs to be trained up on that, because you can't have a walled compound for everyone to be living on. You could short term, but long term it's not feasible. You just got to have people trained up and to take care of the ruffians and the bad people, you know, the gangs, cartels, and people who don't want to work, just want to steal. You're going to have to take care of them, and you're going to have a security apparatus. But a walled compound, short term maybe, that works. You know, the utterly dumb and stupid zombie apocalypse, yeah, that would work, but, you know, let's all be glad the zombie craze is dead for now, and hopefully forever. If that ever comes back, I swear I'm just going to live in a hole until it goes away again. So yeah, it was neat, and at the end they realized they can't just live in their compound, they have to work with the community around them. And it ends up to their best, because there are people with skills that may not have been prepared as they were, but they still had skills that they needed to survive the winter and to run everything. And that's what really the emphasis I thought I took away from the movie, is you need that community. Yes, you're going to still have to have the security apparatus and have a compound everyone can flee to if something got really bad, but then go back out after everything goes away. And that's what I kind of see it is, you have the walled compound when the marauders or whatever have you, or the government come in to try and take everything. Everybody runs to the walled compound, you wall it off, everyone points guns out, and you outlive the people doing siege, and as soon as they're gone, everyone goes back outside the walls and gets back to running everything. I believe that's actually how they kind of ran in the castle back in the medieval times, is really the concept of castles. You'd have everyone living outside the castle walls, then when the Vikings or hordes of Huns come, everyone would run inside the walls and shut the walls and be ready for siege warfare. And you'd keep all your major assets inside the walls, but it's not a long-term solution. Long-term solution is have a good community. Church is a phenomenal thing. And when I say church, not just your specific church, not just if you go to the